Hey y'all, Sebastian Quick here taking a look at Medieval Dynasty today. I just started a new game and I am making my way down or up north to our first town. On the way down I'm going to grab a few resources, grab some branches for sticks and some stones on the ground. We need sticks and stones to make our first couple of tools. Specifically an axe and a knife. So need two stones each for those, so 4 should do it pretty well. Grab a few more sticks. We need sticks also for our first house. Grab a couple more stones just for the heck of it. So full disclosure, I am currently running version 2.0.3. 2.0 was released about a week ago. It's quickly followed by a couple of hotfixes, patch a couple of minor issues. 2.0 was the first big content patch. Contains events, which I have not personally experienced yet, but promise to make the gameplay a little bit more dynamic and challenging. Also released was the ability to customize a new game with some different settings, with a longer list of different types of settings that would more greatly affect your gameplay. A good example is the ability to increase the number of days per season. The default is 3, and pretty much since the launch of the launch of the game, people have been asking to change that, so that was a nice big nod to that request. I am not. This game that I'm playing right now is vanilla. It did not make any changes to those default settings. Other things added were the ability to add lighting to your settlement in the form of lanterns and stand torches, and I think another big thing is the ability to increase your carrying capacity with the addition of backpacks and pouches, which is another big addition. Alright, that should be fine. Here is our first quest. Hey stranger, what brings you to our valley? You don't look like a merchant or pilgrim. No, I am not. Racemir is my name, and I came from the south looking for my uncle Eordan. In his old home, they called him Eordan, the raftsman. Eordan? Ah, yes, he told me about his life on the river. You came to the right place, but a few years too late, I'm afraid. Why is that? What happened to my uncle? He was a great man and an even better friend, Racemir. As a good craftsman and excellent trader, he made a small fortune here. See the tavern over there? He built and ran it, as well as many other shops you will find in the valley. My mother told me he got wealthy in the north. I had no idea how wealthy. But that doesn't answer my question. Your uncle got himself killed, my friend. He had this idea of a huge trade with the German kingdom in the west. 5 carts filled with the best ore, beautiful colored linen, and our excellent beer. Pulled by 10 oxen, he was not fooling around, I can tell you that much. So what happened? How did he die? His trek got ambushed by bandits, his carters slaughtered. He must have put up a good fight. Took 2 with them to death, from what we saw and when we searched for him. I buried him myself, or better what the wolves left behind. I'm sorry to be the bearer of such news. My uncle is dead, his wealth is gone, and I came all this way for nothing. Don't say that. I wouldn't let a nephew of Eordan go to waste. And even if most villagers forgot fast what they owe your uncle, I have no intention to join them there. I am the castellan, and my word still carries weight. So tell me, can you build your own fortune? I can craft simple tools. I can collect my necessities from the wilderness. I know how to count and to barter. That's good enough. I may not have goods or gold to offer, but you can have as much land here as you want. Not sold, but granted to you for life. Build a house, grow vegetables, keep some livestock, and follow your uncle's dream. Are you serious? My own land? As much as I want? As much as you can put to good use, my boy, and as long as you can pay your taxes. I understand. Do you have any advice for me to start with? You can cut down trees to build your house. Reeds grow by the river. They will work well for a roof. Do you have some food with you? Not much. If necessary, you will find several vendors in our village. If you don't have any money for food, you can always look for mushrooms in the forest or hunt animals. Maybe I could earn some coins somewhere. Sure, you can talk to people here or in other villages. Maybe someone will pay for your help. Thank you so much for the advice. It's time for me to find the right place. Let me see, I have something special for you. This is the hammer your uncle used to build the house in which he grew old. What better tool could you use to build your first home here? Thank you. See you next time. And there we have our very first quest. Alright. What else is there to do in Gostovia? So that's kind of one of the main story quests. There are a couple other quests you'll see up here on the compass. Actually, it looks like there are 2 or 3. Let's go ahead and grab a couple of those. Quests are our best way to gain Dynasty reputation. So, Alwyn. Hi, my name is Rasamir. Hi, I'm Alwyn. I don't recognize you. Are you new here? I came from the south. I'm looking for a new place for myself where I can start a new life. Well, good luck. Every day I cultivate fields. In fact, I do the same thing every day, year to year. Doesn't it bore you? If I were you, I would die of boredom. Of course it bores me. How long can you do the same thing in life over and over again? But the family needs my help, and I'm doing my best. Did I offend you? Sorry. It's fine. On top of that, the handle of my damn scythe broke. Now it takes even longer to harvest crops. I think I know how to help you. I think I know how to help you with this. I will be back soon. Alright, another quest. Alwyn's story. Deliver to Alwyn 1 stick. Well, we have 78, so I think we can spare that. Hello again. Here, use that as a new handle. Are you joking? How am I supposed to use it? Give me the scythe. I'll show you how to do it. All right, you surprised me. Are you some kind of craftsman? How did you know how to do it? I know how to create some simple things. We're learning something new every day, right? Maybe. I am a farmer like my father, and I don't know much else. You never know when something will be handy in your life. Anyway, thanks for your help. I should get back to work. Sure, the rye won't cut itself. See you later. Alright. Alwyn's Saga. Wait for the next day. Okay. You'll find that a lot with the story quests. At some point you will come to the place in the quest where you need to either wait for the next day or even wait for the next season. So we will continue on. Alright, so 2 more quests. Let's check those out. In addition to getting Dynasty points, you can also get some coin, food, even occasionally some tools. Alright, Agnes. Can I help you with something? I need help from a strong man. I will pay for it. Consider me interested. I have to feed my family, but the food went missing. I have coins, but not time. That shouldn't be hard. I will be right back. Alright. This is typically we need to get some sort of food, obviously. Alright, for me. That's pretty easy. 25 coin and 20 Dynasty reputation. Not too bad. Alright, we're gonna have to do some hunting anyway, so that will be fine. Let's see, another quest over here. In addition to the compass on the top showing you where the quests are, if you use your inspector mode, which is the Alt key by default, you can see the little icon over their heads like that in inspector mode, which is useful. Godzamira. Can I help you with something? Do you happen to have any seeds with you? I'm making a little garden for myself and I could really use some. I'll let you know if I find any to spare. I would be grateful. Alright. This type of quest isn't my favorite because it's gonna require that we actually buy something, but money little garden. Let's see, we need 2 carrot seeds and 1 cabbage seed. That's not too bad. We only get, oh, actually we get 3 wheat grain, which is pretty good. We can plant that, and once you start planting, and when you harvest, you'll actually get seeds back, and it kind of becomes a feedback loop. So that's a good thing to have when we first start farming. But we need to pick up 2 carrot seeds and 1 cabbage seed. So Adelina sells seeds, but she probably doesn't sell those. Oh, carrot. And I've already forgotten what the other one is. 2 carrot seeds, right? Alright, we're going to go ahead and grab a couple. Well, you know what, we're going to wait. No, we'll grab them. Bye. Alright, let's just double check that. Probably got that completely wrong. Oh, yep, 2 carrot seeds. Okay, 2 carrot seeds, we have 2. Alright, we need cabbage seeds, and she didn't have those, right? No, we'll have to go somewhere else and get those. That's fine. Important thing to know about quests is, at least these side quests, and we'll go back to the journal here, anything where it says side quests, those have to be completed in the season in which you picked them up. So we're going to need to finish them by the end of spring. So, but we'll travel around enough to grab cabbage seeds somewhere. Something else we need to do in town is begin our quest to recruit folks to our village, and this is where it starts. Right up here on the compass, again, you see this little person icon. That indicates villagers or people that you can recruit to your village eventually. Of course, there are other folks in the village here, but they do not have that little person icon, so that means they can't be recruited to your village. You can also tell these folks by going back into inspector mode and taking a look here. Anybody that you can recruit will show you what their stats are, and she is a hunter and a gatherer survivalist. That's important to know when we begin actually talking to her. So let's go in talk mode. Down here it shows her age and approval. Everyone starts at 50, at least early in the game, and what we need to do is we need to get her up to 70 before we can have any chance, before we can recruit her. So in order to start that process, we use this option right here, 3. Do you have a minute? Sure, what is it? Nice weather we're having today, don't you think? Recently I got into hunting. Got any tips? So whether or not these questions will result in a positive approval gain depends on what her profession is and what she's into. So since we know she's a hunter, it will give a positive result. Nice weather we're having also usually gives a positive result. Only case in which that won't work is if it's raining, because it's not really nice weather. So let's go ahead and choose this. Go ahead and choose this. We know this is a good one. We got +5, so that's cool. We can go back. Hey, do you have a minute? Go again. How's the job? Hope you're doing all right. Recently got into hunting. So this is completely random. Sometimes you get the same thing again. How's the job? Hope you're doing all right. That's usually positive, except in the case of laborers like farmers. They don't like to be reminded that they're farmers, I guess. So we'll go with hunting again. That should give us another 5. That's cool. You notice we have a new stat down here called affection. Once you get a woman up to 60%, you can then start to woo her, and in the pursuit of making her your wife, which you will need to do to continue your medieval dynasty. So let's go. We're gonna skip over that for now and just continue with our regular conversation here. How's the job? I hope you're doing all right. I just got back from working in the field. How's the job? I hope you're doing all right. That should be okay. Probably go with that one. I just got back from working in the field. Tough job. Hunters don't seem to have a great opinion of farmers working in the field. At best, that will be neutral. I think that actually may give a negative with a hunter. So we'll go with how's the job. Okay, great. We got +5. Again, we may be able to go again. Hey, do you have a minute? Sure. What is it? Just got back from work in the field. tough job. And have you seen that noble who was passing nearby? Heard people say that he had amazing robes on him. This really only works on folks that are crafters, because they can appreciate those amazing robes. Anyone else, you can also tell this by looking at what they're actually wearing. You can see she's got a pretty plain dress. Someone who's a crafter will have a nicer dress. So we're not going to do that one. Working in the field, like I said, I don't think that's going to work well. So I think we're going to take a pass on this one. This time you can do that. And let's go up here to I want to tell you something, beautiful lady. Yes? What an amazing dress you have. It suits you very well. Similar to the last one we saw about the robes, this is only going to work on crafters. My lady, you seem very fit. You look strong like a boar. This will not work on most, but it will work on a hunter because... Haha, stop it. Beautiful creatures, aren't they? Apparently she likes to be compared to a boar. And just like our conversation down here, we can continue on. I recently went hunting and actually took a bear. It was a tough fight, but I succeeded in the end. And we should go out and have lunch by the river sometime. I heard it's really pretty this time of year. We're actually running into some pretty good luck here. Again, because she's a hunter, this one will go well. We actually got plus 10 that time. Oh, you did? What kind of approach have you taken? Bears are quite dangerous. Let's go again. Yes. My lady, I cannot help but compliment you on your shapely figure. My lady, you seem very fit. You look strong like a boar. This one here, I don't think that works well early on when their affection is still pretty low. They're going to see that as a little too forward. At least most folks. I've never had good luck with that. But my lady, you seem very fit. You strong like a boar. That's a repeat from before, so we know that's a good one. Up to 20%. We're doing pretty well here. I want to tell you something, beautiful lady. She's probably done for today. Oh, we can go again. Wow. I admire your dedication to your work. You deserve the highest praise for it. And you know, on my way here, I saw a patch of beautiful flowers and instantly thought of you. I admire your dedication to your work. That one's usually... That one probably go over okay with her. You know you're on... These are both... Neither one of these should give us a negative. I think I'm going to go with this one. I think that's... we got plus 2. That's not too bad. That's got to be it. Oh, geez, we can keep going here. Usually, after 3 or 4, they're done talk with you for the day. But the only exception to that is if you say something that offends them and your affection goes down, they're done right there, and you have to come back the next day to continue the conversation. I'm surprised this is like number 6, right? Yeah, or 5 or 6. Wow, I recently went hunting and actually took on a bear. It was a tough fight. We know that's a good one, so we'll go with that. We're up to 32. This has to be... Okay, yeah, sorry. I need some time to think about what you said previously. We've pretty much bowled her over here, so we're gonna X out. And yeah, so there's game information about becoming a wife. That went really, really well. I don't think I've ever gotten 32 in a single go, and we did pretty well with the other one too. We got up 65. That's pretty amazing. A couple of the things along the top, the compass bag indicates a vendor where you can sell stuff, and that little page icon indicates the castle in Unigos, the guy that we talked to before. So you can find him, specifically him, easily if you want to. The only other thing I wanted to do in town here is steal something. So let's go do that. The trick with stealing is you don't want anybody to see you. And the thing we want to steal here is something going on here, guys. That's freaking me out a little bit. But it's actually pretty good, because the thing that we want to steal here is that shovel right there. And I'll show you a little later why, but for now, these guys will see us. So you guys need to go. If you need somebody to move, there's an option in here. Hey, can you move a little bit? and they will scram. Hey, can you move a little bit? Get out of town, kid. And let's move these folks as move these folks as well. Can you move a little bit? I think she might have been in line of sight. I don't think the kids care. Let's move this guy too. Hey, can you move a little bit? All right, we should be in pretty good shape now. If you get seen stealing something, you'll take a hit to your dynasty reputation. I think it's -25, which isn't great. If it can be avoided. Okay, we should be in good shape now. We'll crouch down just in case and grab it. Okay, great. It'll tell you right up there in the upper left whether or not you were seen and you took a hit. Okay, I think we're good. And this is good time. You can steal other stuff, but the reason why we're stealing the shovel and not creating it is because you actually can't craft a shovel until you build a workshop. And that's a little ways down the road, and we're going to want that before we get to that point. So, good timing here where you need a drink. Your status indicator is in the lower left. The green is your stamina, red is health, yellowish orange is your hunger, and blue is your thirst. And we are almost parched. The other thing we need to grab down here is reeds for straw. Let's grab some water before we... If your hunger or thirst get to 0, then you'll start taking damage to your hit points, which is not great. The quest over there in the upper right corner says we need 20. That may be enough to satisfy the quest, but we actually need 32. Hey, we've gotten a skill point. Let's spend our skill point. Survival. I'm going to drop my skill point in survival knowledge. And the reason is a couple of reasons. Insensitive, well, first of all, survival knowledge gives you +1 skill point for survival activities, which, you know, it doesn't give you any new abilities, but insensitive work in progress, 2-degree better temperature tolerance, but it says work in progress, so who knows if that really works or how it works. So I generally avoid the work in progress skills. And iron liver, which is resistance to poisoning, isn't really a big deal because any food that can poison you is labeled, saying that it will poison you, so all you have to do is avoid those foods. The most notable of which would be raw meat, and you can very easily cook that raw meat, which removes that possibility. So not really useful. And those are our first 3 tier 1 skills. This tier 2 skill right here, survival sense, is one of the most important in the game because in inspector mode it highlights mushrooms, feathers, and herbs. Mushrooms aren't that useful. Feathers you need for crafting arrows, and herbs you need for helping you... well, the most important herb is one that helps you recover hit points. So, and we'll probably run across some of that in not too distant future. So, we just spent our point. We need to grab some more reeds. Okay, so that was 20-ish. Grab a few more handfuls here. Come on. That is probably just about enough. Let's actually check our inventory. And we are up to 42 straw. Yeah, that's fine. And we will head down the road. Across the way there is another town. I believe it's called Borowo. We'll head over there at some point. In my first playthrough, this is the general area. This is where I put my first village. I like the berries. There are some clay pits back there, which isn't really useful, all that useful in the game. It does allow you to make something called daub, which you can add to your house's walls, and it increases the insulation. But unfortunately, you can't make daub until quite a ways down the farming skill tree, farming talent tree. So yeah, clay isn't as useful as you might think. I suppose you can sell it, but oh, speaking of selling, the reason why we're stopping here picking these berries is because berries are the best way to make money early in the game. The berries that we were picking, they're not ripe. In the spring they are unripe berries, as you can see there on the left. They do ripen in the summertime. You can eat unripe berries, but they will poison you, and they don't really give you much health, so they're not really great for eating. There are a couple of quests that will request berries. The nice thing about berries, though, is they sell for 1 gold apiece. And as I don't know if you were watching the notifications on the left there, but you pick up 3 to 5 berries per handful, and you can very quickly grab quite a few berries and sell them off. Actually, we'll take a look here. We got 95 berries right there, just going through. That's 95 gold, and that's going to be very useful. But we're going to drop those on the ground for now, because this is where we are building our first house. All right, give ourselves some health. We need to craft ourselves an axe first of all, stone axe. And then we will assign that to key, and torch. So we want to be as light as possible when we start crafting. We do need to, it's not crafting, we need to start building. So we need to take out some trees. So the reason why I'm picking this location right here is I do like a location by the river. It's easy access to water when you're thirsty. I like the look of having it by this bridge, putting some buildings here. I think that's going to look nice. There's a lot of wood right here, which is going to be useful for actually making our first few buildings, and then later on placing a forester's hut. Not a forester's hut, what do they call it in this game? Well, anyway, a lumberjack. And at this point in the game, you can't create your own paths through the village, so if you want that look in your village, you need to utilize existing paths to get a true path-like look. So let's go ahead and start cutting trees. Use our torch here. Alright. Okay. Maple trees will give you 4 logs. And this is why we grabbed our shovel. So you need a shovel to dig up stumps. Stump will give you 1 log, so a maple tree will give you 4 logs plus a stump is 5. We need 6 to create our first house, which I think I'm going to put right in here. So let's take out this tree. A log, torch again. So I'm going to leave this tree where it is and just use my shovel to dig up the stump, and that will give us 6 logs. Alright, so building houses and simple small house. Alright, I'm going to put this off the road a little bit. That's too far off the road. Alright, right there seems to be pretty good. One thing I like to do before placing a building is hitting F5 to do a quick save. Quick save and build. That way I can now take a look at the building and say, okay, yeah, that looks good. Every once in a while you'll kind of misjudge where you thought you were putting your building, and you'll be, oh, that's not good. And you can't, unfortunately, you can't undo this. So that F5 key is kind of, that quick save is just kind of a safety measure, I guess. And bugs. Alright, let's start building. We got our hammer. Scoot inside the building. The easiest place to build from is inside. That way you can just kind of rotate around rather than actually walk around the building. We won't have enough logs to finish our house. We'll have to go and cut a couple more, and actually we probably won't have enough sticks. It's fine. But we will do what we can. We'll just keep building until we run out of everything, because that will lower our encumbrance. All right, see, we're out of logs, but we'll keep going with the sticks. Yeah, it tells you there that you've run out of resources. Thank you very much. And actually, you know what? We may end up having enough sticks, because we only need a handful up here. Up here, and the rest we need, this is all straw up here, and we'll have enough straw as well. Getting winded here. Should I misjudge? Oh, that's right, we picked up 42, so we'll be left with 10. Alright, so let's see, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we need a bunch more logs. Alright, let's take a look over here. Let's take out this tree right here. Actually, is that... You know what, I'm gonna leave that tree and take out this one. That other one on the other side, I think that might make for some good ambiance around some good landscaping. Okay. Dig up our stump. Alright, so take out these trees over here. So these are birch trees. They're only going to give us 2 logs. Then plus the stump equals 3. But they are in our way. So we will take them out all the same. Alright, we are encumbered. So we will make our way back over and toss a few more logs on here. Let's do our roof. Alright, 1, 2, let's see, we need to 1, 2, 3 more. Great. I think we're going to want to remove this one. Yeah, that one's just going to get in the way. We're going to want to put more buildings here. You know what, I don't think I actually ever said why we're taking these stumps out. So those stumps will block the building of anything there. So even if we take the tree down, if we leave the stump, you still can't put a building on top of a stump. So you need to take that out. We probably could have shoehorned a building in between those trees, but it would have been annoying. And it's just much easier this way. Alright, 1, 2, 3, and we are done. Moved on to our next quest. Alright, let's light a fire for a little ambiance. Nice fire at night. Let's see, what time is it? We've almost hit midnight. So once the clock strikes 12 here, we will be able to continue conversations with that lady in town. Interestingly enough, those folks The villagers that you can recruit never leave the fire. They're always sitting there by the fire, whereas the other villagers, the rest of the villagers in the town that live in the town, kind of go about their lives, and they sleep at night, go to the tavern, which seems a little odd, but it's useful from the perspective of you being able to access them at any time, I suppose. Let's see. I think we're going to stop the video there. It's a good place to stop. We're now at chapter 2, where we will be trapping and hunting and all that fun stuff. So we will pick it up the next time around. Thanks for watching.